Today is September 9th, 2025. Probably 2 videos today. The topic of this video is, we must remember that our goal is action, which means doing what we have decided, at least fighting every day to do what we have decided. But to try honestly, to honestly try, to honestly engage. It's very important along with this that we also remember to give ourselves time every day for breaks, for doing something enjoyable. We can't live just by fulfilling duties. So it's important along with this, the priority is action. We build the selves team from action. From action, we build the selves team. From self-discipline, from action, we build the selves team. However, it's also very important, equally important along with this, that every day we don't forget that we must also give ourselves breaks. This is equally important. We can't lie from task to task. Self-discipline alone would kill us. Breaks are also necessary. Breaks during the day to stop, check how we feel, think, reflect, think before the next task, what to do, etc. So this is also mega necessary. Action is the priority, but it's mega important to also have breaks between actions, to keep track of those breaks, to keep track of time for rest. What kind of breaks? For example, lying down, watching a series, or listening to something nice on YouTube, or playing with programs for creating videos, slides, something that gives us pleasure, where we feel we are resting, relaxing, doing something we like. We simply need to have fun too. So both these points together are necessary. Action, self-discipline is the priority. Okay. But along with the second point, which is to give ourselves breaks. You can't just act without breaks, because that would kill us. You also can't be too lazy, make excuses, indulge yourself, make excuses, be lazy, that there are too many breaks, okay, pity yourself too much. You also can't play the victim, be too lazy, make excuses, okay. You have to grit your teeth and just go for what you've set out to do. Okay, I have this much time for a break now, to keep my word. For example, I have time for a longer break now, so I'm watching a whole episode of a series. And I don't extend this break, okay, because my decision was an episode and then I go back to that action, regardless of how I feel. Regardless of how I feel, okay, so these breaks should also be controlled. Now I might have a very short break, 15 minutes. They can even be very short, 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, to stop for a moment between two tasks. But I determine, and when I determine that I have this much time for a break, I keep my word. If I decided now for 1 episode of a series, I don't extend it to end up with 3, 4 episodes of a series, okay? 1 episode of a series, then I go back to action, I'll do this and that, okay, now I have a 15-minute break, I'll walk around the garden. Now I have, for example, a very short 5 minutes, just to stop, check how I feel. So keep your word regarding breaks. The break was decided, 1 episode of a series, we don't extend it. Later, you can watch another episode of a series, but for example, later in the evening, or even at night, when everything is done, okay. Keep your word on how much and when these breaks are, okay. So that's important. That's what I wanted in today's video. It's important for us to remember. This is very important. Tomorrow I will address the topic of unnecessary struggles with the enemy. It's a waste of time. Tomorrow we will talk about this topic. Remind these topics that I once taught. It's a waste of time when we try to take on too much responsibility for saving our dignity. This is a very important topic where the devil still attacks us. Tomorrow we will address this topic. Okay, I will remind this topic again tomorrow. The devil cannot kill our dignity. We must have trust in God, in life, okay? So tomorrow we will address this topic. Tomorrow we will talk about this topic. Okay, and now I will record another short video. That's it regarding action. Action, but along with breaks. Action, self-discipline along with breaks is our goal, our priority. Thank you for your attention. That's all for today.